This is all a really fucked up, out-of-date game.
If I could go back in time and stop myself from being born, I would do it 100%.
I feel like I've been living the same day for the past 8 months, and I don't know how to get out of it.
Y'all, I think I'm really gonna just fucking pull the plug. I can't live in this America. I can't make money. I can't get hired by a job. The gig work. Nobody's ordering shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like everybody is starting to hit that breaking point. People are looking around and they are looking at their lives and just coming to terms that, like, hey, I'd rather just not be here anymore. They would rather never been born in the first place than to be in this life and try and make the most of it. They think that they're better off just not ever existing. Have you guys noticed that, like, no one is out here really living anymore? They're just they're just here. And not in a dramatic or like an end of the world kind of way. They're just in this quiet daily grind where they're waking up already tired. They drink caffeine to function. They work all day to afford a life that they're too exhausted to even enjoy at the end of the day. And then they scroll themselves to death so that they don't have to sit alone with their thoughts, because they know that once they're with their thoughts, bro, that's when the things in their head start to get real loud, and who knows what's going on in everybody's head nowadays. It's wild how nowadays it's so normal to be burned out at 22 years old, feeling behind at 25 years old, feeling trapped at 30 years old, and after that, to feel replaceable at every single age. Somewhere along the line of how are you stopped being a real question, because the real answer for many people is I'm overwhelmed, underpaid, overstimulated, underrested, and quietly worried about the future. We were promised this idea of the American dream. Work hard and you'll be fine, right? But a lot of people are working harder than ever and somehow being able to afford less than their parents did with half the effort nowadays. And it's not that people are lazy, it's just that people are genuinely tired. They are tired of living, not just in America, but in this world. They're tired of pretending that hustle culture is healthy. They're tired of glorifying being busy like it's some kind of personality trait. They're tired of living in a system to where rest feels like a reward instead of a right. And the worst part is that people are tired of being tired, because we feel guilty for needing breaks. We feel weak for struggling. We feel dramatic for saying that we are not okay. So we keep going as a result of all those things. Not because we're inspired, but because, hey, rent is due and we have to pay it. Emails are waiting and we have to answer them. And life doesn't pause whenever we're burned out, unfortunately. So if you're watching this video and you are exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, you're not alone. You're not weak. You're just responding normally to a world that asks way too much from you, but gives very little back.
I was talking to my friend last night, and we were having a conversation about the throes of life, you know, the mortal coil, social happenings or whatnot. And it really bugs me that you can't have a conversation with more people about like how displeasing life is. And I'm not talking about going on the internet and having like a fucking forum style discussion about how much we all hate, you know, the social condition and the state of our society, all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just being able to sit down and be like, damn, this shit really suck and I'm tired of dealing with it. Like something she had said that like really stuck with me, and I've been saying this for a long time. And usually when I say it to other people, they look at me like I'm crazy, but like, I agree. And basically what she said was, she was like, if this is as good as life gets, like in the current state of society is with inflation, with all this rampant racism, and basically everybody being dumb and as insensitive, and the lack of accountability on pretty much every aspect of everything. If this is how good life gets, why would I want to be here? This is not me saying I want to die, but this is me saying if life does not get any better than my current life right now, if there's no upwards progression, like if I do not find a way to make more money, or if basically being able to enjoy life does not become more accessible, like I have to work 40 hours a week at a stressful job for the next 40 years, why would I want to do that? Somebody explain that to me. How am I tripping for saying that I don't want to do that in my life? I'm old enough to know that that's not something I want to do. I know I'm not fulfilled. it's really tough to like maintain social connections with people because everybody is so insufferable. Like so many people don't know how to handle adversity, critique, get feedback from people. Even the people they say they care about, they can't receive criticism from them. And you mean to tell me that I got to go through the rest of my life dealing with these people in every aspect, in every area of my life? Tell me why I would want to do that. Don't really make sense. That's not fun. That does not seem enjoyable. But I have to because the world says so. Make it make sense, bro.
Day of my life, I wonder how the fuck am I gonna get by? I don't want to do shit. There is not a single thing I want to do. Like, none of this shit. I would really rather not do it. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm good. I don't want to do it. Like, huh?
I'm literally so fucking fed up living paycheck to paycheck. This has probably been the longest extent of from one paycheck to the longest that I've ever been on. And I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde making it feel longer, but I can't do this shit anymore. Like, I'm to a point where I'm getting so pissed off in between paychecks that I'm like this close to losing my shit. Why is it taking this long for my check to clear? Why are you taking so long to submit my shit to payroll? Why the fuck am I not getting paid a fair rate? Why the fuck is everything so fucking expensive? Why the fuck that I have to pay taxes, and if I don't, I go to jail? But you can literally take my fucking money and put it towards whatever the fuck you want just because you and 15 other fucking sellouts that got bought out by billionaires can just take my shit and tell me, well, sorry, bitch. Go to work. Retire at 66. That's the real age now. I'm just fed the fuck up. I don't know. And that's the crazy thing. Me and all my coworkers were feeling this. I work in the social working, I'm a social worker. And it has probably, gassed me how many people felt the same way and how all of us were literally begging and pleading and talking about how broke we were until we could get to the fucking 30th to get paid. That enrages me so fucking much because I don't have to give you my money. I don't even have to work. I don't have to do any of this. And you keep taking my fucking money and you blowing it off on bullshit and you don't even give me a chance to breathe. You won't do anything for people like me, but want me to give my life to this shit. Work my life for this shit. Nothing is supposed to be easy in this world, right? That's the phrase. Anything you want, it's worth fighting for or working hard for. But I shouldn't be this exhausted at this age. I'm only 25. The fact that I can't even survive like that in between paychecks has me hot. If I did not have the family that I have, I would be fucking homeless and starved, deplenished. Not doing I couldn't even fathom. And there's more and more homeless people showing up every fucking day. This is not for nothing. Is nobody else fed the fuck up? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to opt out in all ways possible. Give me my motherfucking money back, bitch. I'm not paying for this shit no more. This shit is lame as fuck.
I'm not suicidal, but I am tired. I'm ready for my soul to be set free. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about fame. I don't give a fuck about the politics or whatever. All this fucking shit I really don't give a fuck about. I'm just so tired of all these responsibilities I never asked for. I'm tired of living in survival mode. I'm tired of living in what feels like the fucking Matrix. I'm genuinely fucking tired. I'm learning how to stay present, to enjoy life, focus on what I can control, but at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of death. Whenever and however it happens, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see what's next, or, finally be set free, be at peace.
Yeah, I got a question. What in the actual fuck are we doing as a society? When did it become all about go, 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 do, accomplish more? It's all about achieving, making money, keep going, doing your thing. When do we lose sight of actually living? Because I'm going to be honest, this isn't living. Driving 4 to 5 hours a day to take your kids to school. Take them to school. Hurry, get their asses up at dawn. Even though they're teenagers and they need their sleep, you need to get their asses out of bed, get them out the door. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Get them to school so they can sit their asses there for 8 hours a day. And then, oh, wait a minute, they should play sports too. Sports are going to happen right after school. And then you're going to show up and go to their games. You're going to be there for 3 hours sitting on the bleacher. Woo, have fun. And then they're going to come home and they're going to have more homework to do so they can get up and do the same shit again and again and again. Meanwhile, you're going to make all your meals, 3 meals a day. You're going to clean up that shit. And if you're rolling like me as a single parent, you're doing all this alone. So you're going to make 3 meals a day. You're in charge of the grocery shopping, cleaning everything up, cleaning the house, taking care of the yard, doing all of this shit at your house. And oh, by the way, you're working full time. So you got to make money. Oh, and in there too, you got to find time to actually look good. Good luck with that. Oh, and friends, you want to get in the rotation and see me annually? Because that's basically all I have time for. Huh? No. When did it become about doing instead of being? Because I don't know about you, but I can't keep this shit up. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. And you do this for 2 weeks a year vacation time to actually enjoy your life? No. Fuck that noise. I can't go on like that. This is not working. Something's got to give. Am I alone in thinking this way? Are people figuring? Have I not figured it out? Because that's been a big part of this for me too, is you just need to get more organized. Get a new budget tracker and meal prep tracker and everything's going to be fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. I'm exhausted and this isn't how life has to be. Is anybody with me? Am I the only one seeing this right now? It shouldn't be about survival. It shouldn't just be about survival. It should be about thriving and living your life and having time to connect with yourself. I just feel like there's another way to do life than what we've been taught. And I am determined to teach my children something else. Are you with me?
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I've had breakdowns, not just mental, not just emotional, but because I see it clearly now. This is all a really fucked up, out-of-date game. Money isn't even real. Debt, credit scores, rent, mortgages, they are pieces of paper or numbers on a screen. None of it is real. But the consequences, those are real. On us. And this game only exists so a few people can feel powerful. Their entire identity is status. And the only way they feel something is when they're dominating other people. And we're all supposed to just play along. Work ourselves in the ground, lose our minds so they can keep this fantasy going. I'm tired of living in a world where survival is a game. Tired of pretending this is normal. Honestly, I don't know what happens after whatever this is. But I know this can't be it.
If I could go back in time and stop myself from being born, I would do it 100%. And I'm not making this video to be like, oh, I want to delete myself or any bullshit like that. No, when you look at life, everything about life is a fucking lie or a scam. And all the bullshit starts when you're a little kid. Like, your parents tell you, oh, Santa Claus is real. So you grow up thinking that this fat ass white dude is like crawling down your chimney, giving you all the gifts that you want. When you lose a tooth and you wake up with $20 under your pillow, you think it's the fucking tooth fairy. Then you grow up and you realize, wait a second, Santa Claus ain't real, the tooth fairy ain't real, it was my fucking mom. Then you go to school, right? And they always tell you the same shit. Oh, you can do anything. You can become anything if you just put your mind to it and you just believe in yourself. But what they fail to tell your ass is that if you ain't got the bread to do what you really want to do with your life, you can't fucking do it. Oh, you want to be a doctor? Well, sorry, if you don't have $100,000 to drop on 10 years of schooling, you can't be a fucking doctor. Like, they tell you the same shit. Go to school. I did that. Make sure you don't drop out. Make sure you stay out of trouble. Don't be out here in the streets selling drugs or gangbanging. I did that. They tell you, oh, go to college, get a degree. I did that. And what do I get? Fucking nothing. And I don't want to hear none of you dumbasses in the comments saying, well, you must have majored in some bullshit. I majored in computer engineering. I have a whole bachelor's degree in computer engineering. I graduated last year, and from last year all the way up until me making this fucking video, I cannot get a job. I wake up every fucking day to the same 2 dumb-ass emails every fucking day. Thank you for applying, but we decided to move on with other candidates. Thank you for applying, but we feel like you're not best fit for this role. Every fucking day. Like, I'm at this point in my life where I'm questioning my morals. Why am I not out here robbing people? Why am I not out here scamming people? Why am I not out here selling drugs? Because I legit feel like that is the only way you can make it in this life. I have friends that sell drugs. I have friends that scam. And when I look at these niggas, they're eating steak and lobster. Meanwhile, I'm trying to live by a good moral compass. And yet, what do I get? Fucking nothing. What is the point of living if my entire life is just to fucking struggle?
Like, I'm a firm believer that never having existed is better than existing and trying to make the best of life. I don't care what nobody says. I understand that, like, once you're alive, you're scared to die. But if you never had to exist in the first place, it's like, you know, like, not existing is an option that I think that humans forget. You don't have to have a baby and then try to make sure that they have the best life. You could just not have the baby, and then they don't have to have a best nothing. That's so simple and easy and straight to the point.
I only feel like I've been living the same day for the past 8 months, and I don't know how to get out of it. Every single day, it feels like I know exactly what's gonna happen because I've been living the same day over and over again. It's just like I be waking up disappointed, like, what am I gonna do today? Oh, I already know. The same thing I did yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that. It's just like, bro, this is so annoying, bro. I'm tired of waking up every single day, having to do the same thing over and over and over again. Like, bro, can something change? Can I see a different view? Can something different happen today? It just seems like I see the same people all the time, and I just do the same thing over and over again. It's like causing me to lose my mind, honestly. I mean, life isn't really terrible to the point where I should be complaining, but me seeing the same thing over and over again, it's just causing me to, like, lose it, you feel me? Like, I need to see something different. I need to do something different. But you need to have a lot of money to be able to do different things, you know?
So let me get this straight here. You're born in a place you never asked to be in, and depending on your parents, your ethnic group, the country you're born in, and their social economic status, that decides a great portion of how you're going to live your life. Let's tackle the racial thing, whoever created the racial thing. So you mean to tell me you're born a certain ethnic group, and depending on the ethnic group you're born into, and depending on the time you were born into, you were either going to be enslaved or you're going to be discriminated against, judged, and restricted based on your race. Like, why? And we can even take it to aesthetics. If you're not born in a certain aesthetically pleasing way, you're going to be ostracized and mistreated in society simply based on your physical appearance. And a lot of us can't even control it. Like, I can say this right now as though I'm holier than thou, but even I have a certain type of preference, and I would not like a certain type of preference if it didn't meet my aesthetic qualifications. Like, I can say it right now about just, breaking the fourth wall and realizing that's another part of the human experience. If you're someone that's considered of low aesthetic beauty by our standards and by our genetic wiring, you'll be pretty much ostracized from society. And then jobs. Jobs are pretty much this place you really truly don't want to be at, but you have to make money, because if you don't make money, you're pretty much ostracized from society, because money is a deciding factor for pretty much everybody's livelihood, specifically in America. And then when you work these jobs, it's never a breeze. There's always these social gossiping circles that try to drag you in. And if you're that person that just wants to stick to yourself and not engage in gossip, they ostracize you from that job as well. It's like no matter where you turn, it's just some form of constant suffering, even if you're famous. When you're famous, your whole life is pretty much recorded. You can never go outside and have peace because someone's going to be trying to ask for your autograph. Someone's going to be bombarding you with cameras. You never have that true form of solitude anymore. You pretty much gave your soul up to the public. Then there's one thing that's looming in the darkness, waiting on all of us to return. Death. Death would be fine if we knew what happens when you die, but none of us knows what happens when you die. And when you see every animal on this planet Earth, they do everything they can to avoid dying. And then humans don't make it better because we have ideologies. And a lot of our ideologies, there's a certain form of consequence after death if you don't live a certain lifestyle while you're alive. And that looming thought of that consequence creates more psychological paranoia because you don't know if you're going to go to heaven or hell. And you're told hell is this place where you're suffering egregiously for your acts on earth. And I know for a fact, I just know it, a lot of atheists that used to be Christians, that psychological teaching is so strong. I bet they still have that looming fear that they could be possibly wrong too. And it just creates this mass paranoia of death. I'm not trying to be a downer, but when I really truly think about it, 95% of life is some form of suffering.
It's just how it is. I'm just tired of hardships. I'm tired of struggle. I find it completely pointless. It's not something that we should be going through. Like, I'm reading so many of your comments. I'm also reading some of them where people are in horrible situations, people unable to make ends meet and all that stuff. And it's heartbreaking to read. And I wish all you guys well. Even I'm going through shit, and I just feel like I don't believe in the fact that, hardships should be part of growth, should be part of life. No, this system is making us go through these hardships. The fact that we have to work, the fact that we have to go to school, the fact that we have to have good grades to get that degree, and then use that degree to get that job that's going to give you that high salary, if you can, in this job market. Nobody should struggle. It's just heartbreaking to see myself and many people as well just struggle, go through hardships, and it's not. I find it completely stupid how we have to go through this, because it's this system, basically. The system is making us have to pay bills, have to pay rent, depending on lives on a piece of paper, on a digital number. No wonder we're all like stressed and going through struggle because of that. Because we have to keep working harder. I just don't believe in struggle and hardships. I don't. It's something that we will all go through, that we have no choice but to deal with. We have to come to terms with it. We just have to accept it. But I'm allowed to say that I don't like it, that I don't agree with it. And people will tell me that, hardships is a part of life. That's how it is. You have to go through it to get to the good days. Right now, I don't really have much to look forward to in this life, but this may sound really sad at the moment. Maybe I'm just going through a phase, but I'd be happy knowing that I'm not passing on this life onto my non-existent children. I would die comfortably knowing that I am not imposing this shit show of a reality onto my non-existent children. I'd be happy to know that I have accomplished that. I've been questioning so many things. Like earlier, like I said about being around large crowds, the traffic and everything. And recently, a couple weeks ago, I got into a car crash. A car hit into me, and I wasn't even scared when the crash happened. Like I was shocked. I was kind of just looking on the side, and I saw him come. Like the driver didn't stop. He just kept going in, bam. And I was just like, oh, here we go. Like right before he hit, I was like, here we go. I have to, my thought was just like, oh, I have to deal with, getting the repairs done, dealing with insurance, giving my police report. I was just like, oh, I have to deal with this. I wasn't even concerned about my safety. I didn't really, I'm safe. Don't worry about that. But I had nothing happen to me. But I wasn't even concerned about myself. I was just like, it's almost like as if I was ready to die, basically. As crazy as that sounds. I was just more concerned about what the shit I had to deal with after that. I was doing all the things, like giving the police report, talking on the phone with the insurance company and everything, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Why is this life? I'm just questioning everything that I'm doing. I'm just like, what is this? What am I doing? Why is this happening? Why is this life? It's hard for me to explain something like this. Well, I would never explain something like this who doesn't have this awareness. Only people who are aware would get me, with this, what I'm going through right now. All this to make me think, I'm wondering if it's better to be ignorant about, how the saying ignorance is bliss. I'm wondering now if it's better to be ignorant about the reality of things or to actually know the truth. I don't know anymore, because knowing the truth is good in a way, because I can actually do something about it and carve my own path and do what I want to do, even though right now I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a plan or anything, which that's what makes me stressed in life right now. But the fact that I can do something about it and just carve my own path, despite the societal pressure, but at the same time, if I didn't know what I know now, if I didn't have this awareness, I would just be the typical person just going to work mindlessly, not questioning anything, working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you know, thinking that everything's normal, commuting to work every day, and not saying how exhausting any of this is. It's almost as if I never want to go back to that, even though I'm kind of not in a good place right now, because we technically don't even win in life, no matter what situation we're in, it seems. Also, this whole awareness thing has kind of lately been affecting, you know, my hobbies. There are days where I just don't feel like doing anything, and I even have people telling me like if they want to have plans or something, and I'm just like, I don't even know what to say. Should I just pretend to act excited and go along with it, or should I actually say like, no, I'm not interested? I'm just tired of pretending to be an act, pretending that I'm okay, pretending that everything's positive. I just want to exist. I just want to be. I just want to live without having to put up with so much bullshit in this world, in this life. Anyways, this has been a crazy rambling type video. I really needed to get everything out there, just to get it off my chest. I think it feels better in a way, but even though I'm still not in a good place. Yep, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys on the next one.
The fuck is enough. All we do is work to barely get by. We pay our bills, we pay our rent, and we scrape up the pennies to try to put food on our table. We are not living a dream. We living the worst nightmare we ever could imagine, and tomorrow's gonna be worse. We get many content creators on here, and they always trying to pull people in so we can stop this shit, man. If we all stand together and say, you know what? It isn't gonna get any better. Stop every fucking thing. I don't give a fuck what it is. People are afraid, oh, I might lose my house. You're gonna lose it any fucking way. But at least be a man or a woman and fight for this motherfucker while you got the opportunity to do it. If 500,000 come together and go door to door if you have to, I don't give a damn. But to try to end the shit that we live in, man, this is not living. I don't know what the fuck you call this anymore. I'm tired. I know millions of y'all are tired. Everybody black out the system. Let's boycott that store, boycott that. Fuck everything. Fuck your job, fuck church, fuck stores, fuck every fucking thing, man. Till they have no choice but to listen to what the fuck we got to say and how we gonna do it now, man. ICE taking over and people upset, but they not stopping. Why? Because they know we ain't gonna come together strong enough to stop shit in this country. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm tired of living like this, bro. Out of all the years I've been on this motherfucking earth, I never would have imagined it'd get to the point where I'm working myself to death just so I can manage myself in my own fucking home. People, we gotta come with something better. TikTok, you know what tell you what's gonna happen? They gonna take this motherfucker. When they find out we are finally coming together, they gonna say, fuck TikTok, shut them down. And everybody gonna go back to their fucked up lives like they've been living. If it takes us to send emails, give each other's phone number, I don't give a fuck. Or have a meeting place in every city. And say on a certain day, everybody go. And everybody that come to that motherfucker, I don't give a damn, we march the streets. We go door to door and we convince everybody. It's time to shut this bitch down, man. I'm tired of living like this and I know y'all are too. Find a date, find something, let's do this shit for real this time. And it ain't black or white. Every fucking American is being, how can I say, affected by this shit, man. We got to do better, bro. We got to stop this shit. I'm tired and I know y'all are.
I don't think enough people are being honest about how many of us don't even really want to be here. We're not having a good time in life. I would go as far as to say I think the majority of people in the United States right now feel this way. I can tell by looking in your eyes. I can see it. I can recognize that because I feel the same fucking thing. I'm not here for myself. I am not enjoying this lifetime at all. Not from start to finish. So far, this lifetime could have been a fucking email. Now, granted, I was born to a mom who did not want me and could not emotionally support me. But again, I think that's a lot of people in this country. And we were born into a world that could not help us thrive. In fact, we were born into a world just to be ground up and made into burger to feed the machine of capitalism. And now most of us know that. Most of us see that. See, back when I was born, at least in the 80s, a lot of people were able to have jobs, have homes, at least go on a fucking vacation here and there. But now many of us are not even getting those small escapes from the system, and things are starting to crack. They're cracking around us and they're cracking within us. Something has got to give, and I think a lot of us feel it coming. We can feel the earth shifting beneath our feet, and I don't think that's a premonition as much as it is just, it's obvious. You are trying to balance the weight of the world on people who have no interest in holding this world up anymore. Of course, with the exception of the top 10%, those people are still having a great time. But after saying all of that, I will also say that I am committed to pouring out my life force towards trying to change this. I will do everything in my power to make sure that my daughter has a chance in hell of having even an okay life before I die.
Hey, good morning. I just got off work and I just have a lot of things to say, so I'm going to try to just spit fire or whatever my thoughts real quick. I'm tired of going to work knowing that I'm working in a country their sole existence is to just steal from people. I'm also tired of knowing that there's a ring of pedophiles, not only within the country, but within the fucking world, who run the world, and there's nothing being done about it. And I'm not even talking about no protests. I'm not. I'm fucking tired. Every day we wake up, we have to go to work, you have to live your life, you gotta pay bills, you gotta eat food, you gotta take care of kids if you got them, you gotta take care of your pets, you gotta keep your health in tip-top motherfucking shape, bitch. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired of going and trying to live my life and pretend like nothing is going on. I'm exhausted mentally, bitch. I've had it. I'm so fucking tired. Like, I wish these elites would die. I really do. I can't. I cannot live in a world like this. I can't take it anymore. God.
Y'all, I think I'm really gonna just fucking pull the plug. I can't live in this America. I can't make money. I can't get hired by a job. The gig work. Nobody's ordering shit on DoorDash, Instacart, Uber. Nobody has the fucking money to do that. So how are we surviving? Because I can't. So I'm gonna fucking just end it. I don't want to be here anymore. Money, 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 money. That's all this fucking planet is.